Hello and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM and today's lineup of family classics. In the mid-1960s, following the success of film adaptations like My Fair Lady, Mary Poppins, and The Sound of Music, studios leaned into large-scale musicals to capitalize on the trend. 20th Century Fox, which made The Sound of Music, invested in a big-budget family musical adapted from a well-known series of children's stories, and that's our next movie. From Fox in 1967, Rex Harrison stars in Dr. Dolittle. Hugh Lofting published the first Dr. Dolittle story back in 1920 about an English physician living in a small village in the 19th century. The doctor decides to forego human patients, focusing instead on treating animals, even learning to speak their various languages with the help of the doctor's parrot, Polynesia. Richard Fleischer, who had directed special effects heavy movies like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Fantastic Voyage, came on board to direct. Rex Harrison, fresh off winning his Best Actor Oscar for My Fair Lady, came on to play the good doctor with hopes that he could rekindle My Fair Lady's success. So a good plan, certainly. What could possibly go wrong? Well, it might be easier to ask what didn't go wrong. Producer Arthur Jacobs initially tried to hire the songwriting team behind My Fair Lady, Alan J. Lerner and Frederick Lowe. They were a big reason why Harrison signed on to do the movie in the first place. Unfortunately, Lowe had retired from composing, and Lerner was unable to develop a workable script. When Lerner dropped out, Harrison threatened to follow him out the door. Fox nervously secured the services of Christopher Plummer to replace him just in case. Leslie Bricusse came on board to replace Lerner, and Harrison finally agreed to stay on, meaning Christopher Plummer cashed a tidy check for doing little by not doing Dolittle. Here's the film from 1967, also with Anthony Newley, Samantha Eggar, and in a show-stopping musical number, Sir Richard Attenborough. This is Dr. Dolittle. As I mentioned before the movie, Dr. Dolittle was by any measure a troubled production. The length of the shoot, the locations, and the handling of more than 1,500 animals sent production costs spiraling well above its $6 million budget. Quarantine laws prevented many essential U.S.-trained animals from entering the U.K. 20th Century Fox opted not to involve the American Humane Society, which since 1940 has overseen animal welfare on movie sets. Consequently, there were numerous reports of animal mistreatment and even deaths, including the loss of one of the giraffes Rex Harrison is seen riding in the film. Harrison did not find his animal co-stars enchanting. In his autobiography, director Richard Fleischer recalled how at several points Harrison would get frustrated because the animals weren't making eye contact with him. He found that rude. Well, Dr. Dolittle was not the success Fox hoped it would be. It did earn 9 Oscar nominations. 9? That included Best Picture. The movie you just saw was nominated for Best Picture. It won for Best Special Effects and Best Song for Talk to the Animals. Securing a Best Picture nomination for 1967, that was no small accomplishment, given that the rest of the field included Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, The Graduate, Bonnie and Clyde, and The Winner in the Heat of the Night. That means Dr. Dolittle earned a Best Picture nomination, while Cool Hand Luke did not. Coming up, grab a drumstick and settle in for another fantastic, big-budget, fantastical family musical set in England that involves a candy factory but is not Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and stars Dick Van Dyke but isn't Mary Poppins. That film is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, then Little Miss Broadway, and later, Top Hat. Set a place for Carol Burnett tonight.